Today we're making chicken nachos. Okay, so what you need for this recipe is baked chicken. You can go to the supermarket or you can bake it yourself. You know, taco seasoning, black pepper, avocado, sour cream, onion powder, garlic powder, tortilla chips, picante sauce, 4 cheese Mexican, and lettuce. So let me see how you do it. Let me show you how you do it, and it's going to be very quick. Okay, the first thing you want to do is get your Instant Pot and put it on brown. Okay, you're going to brown. It's like frying it. And then you're going to start on your chicken. I'm going to cut this in half since it's for a small serving for 1 or 2 people or for your whole family. But just to make it quick, I'm just going to cut this in half. I'm only going to make half right now. I'm going to cut it in half and use the onion powder and the garlic powder. And you can, if you want fresh vegetables, I mean like fresh onions and garlic, you can get it. But this is for something quick for students, who wants to keep everything for, non-perishables, stuff like that. So I'm going to start chopping up the chicken, taking everything off the bone. So I'm going to sprinkle my onion powder, garlic powder, and black pepper onto the chicken. Please, you can either do this in the pot or you can do it in a separate plate. You don't need any salt. The chicken is salt, the cheese is salty, the taco seasoning is salty. I don't use any salt. There it is, it's all set. Now it's time to put the chicken in the pot. I put butter in it. You don't have to use anything. You can either use olive oil spray, but I use butter, but you don't have to use anything. So you're going to get your taco season and you're going to just sprinkle it on your chicken. So I cut the corners of my taco seasoning like this so I can fill this with water. I fill this with water, and that's all I add to my mix. Then I stir all the contents together. Okay? Then I would let this simmer for about a couple of minutes. After this part, once it's, boiling, it's pretty much ready. Okay. And it's still on brown. So you get your cheese mix and I'm going to use half of it. I'm just going to put half of it and let it just melt. As you see, I do everything by eye. I don't measure anything. But this is how it's going to look. So while that is simmering, you can actually turn that off because it's cooked. You want to get your lettuce and you want to lay it as the bottom layer when you start to plate. So the lettuce will look like this. Shredded lettuce really works well with this dish. Let's check on the chicken. You see that? The chicken look really well. It's just everything is off. The cheese is melting. So now it's time to put the chicken on top of the chips, the tortilla chips. But first you're going to layer your tortilla chips on top of the lettuce, and then you're going to put the chicken on top of the chips. Oh, always use a plastic ware, okay, so that you don't scratch your enamel or this Teflon from the pots. You want to protect your pots. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to scoop it and layer it like so. Sorry. So now it's time to add the picante sauce, avocados, and sour cream. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix picante sauce and the avocado to make my guacamole. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it, but just to make it quick meal. So this is how it looks so far. You cut the guacamole in half. You can get a spoon to get the seed out. It goes around the edges like this, and you just scoop it around like that, and it pops right out. You're gonna scoop out your avocado from the skin the same way that you use the scoop out the seed. It just scoop it all around. It'll come right. A ripe one will come right out. So the guacamole is out. I'm just gonna add some picante sauce. It's up to you, however you like it. You don't have, if you want to make it soupier or thick, it's up to you. And of course, no measuring here. Now you can make your own guacamole sauce without the picante sauce. You can use garlic powder or just get a recipe, but I just use this because this is for everyone who's on the road, who don't have time to have a gourmet kitchen, but would like a nice home cooked meal. So I'm going to scoop the guacamole on top of the chicken, the nachos. So you get your sour cream, and I'm going to scoop my sour cream and put it next to the guacamole. Here we have it. And just for good measure, I'm just going to add a little picante sauce right next to that. There we go. And there you have it, people. Look at this home cooked meal. It'll take you less than 15 minutes to cook it. It'll take actually 5 minutes to cook it. Okay? See you next time on Quick Cooking for college students, truckers, single people. Or for anyone. Enjoy.